Do you ever spend hours of your day putting thought to things that happened earlier? Do you ever sit and wonder what you could have done better? Do you ever ponder a game you had the previous night and just can't let it go? I'd pretend to be the only one as a joke, but I know all of you said yes. Welcome one and all to a series I want to call Great Class Theory Crafting in references to Scooch's Bronze Theory Crafting. Last night I had a game of Delphox that I couldn't get out of my head, but maybe for the wrong reason. It wasn't really that I was upset about the result or even tilted at all. No. Quite the opposite, really. I had my brain turning away and it said,
I feel inspired.
In this game last night, it took 12 assists for me to get my first knockout. Be it my duo partner or my Zeraora player, I could never manage to get the kill. But I could set it up great, so that got my head turning. What if instead of getting KO stolen 12 times in a row, I tried to just be a pure, certified support fox? And this is where the fun began. Let's start with the moveset. It doesn't really matter which skill you take first, since both get replaced for later. However, at level 6, we get an important choice of skill. You see, for now, both of these will just be damage spells, but come level 11, we gain something very important on Mystical Fire, the ability to reduce our other skills' cooldown. This will work for supporting for sure. Next skill, we have a choice between the Baby Dash with little fires that spew out, or the Chad Fire Swing, which is a tracking displacement stun that even if it doesn't hit, zones out enemies to deny entry or exit. Sure, the cooldown's a little long, but we'll be helping that out later ourselves, as well as Delphox gaining cooldown naturally at levels 5, 9, and 13. Now, we don't really have a choice in the Unite move, but there's something very important why I believe Delphox can work like this. You see, there are currently 2 pink blobs that can ultimately heal over 100,000 HP that become really annoying at fights. What if in the thick of it, all the healing for their team was reduced by 50%? It would allow for our team to snag important fights without worrying about the healers out-healing our damage. How wonderful indeed. Now for items. Firstly, a good support would take experience share to level up their laning partner faster. We don't want to be getting lots of points ourselves anyways if able. You see, farming would normally be the best way to get our Unite charge. However, we want our allies to get as much farm as possible. In doing so, it seems like we're shooting ourselves in the foot to get the Unite move as fast as possible over and over. However, scoring gives Unite charge. We could just throw down a fire spin, and since our job is done, dunk 4 little points in real quick to get at least 10% Unite charge. Another thing that supporters tend to do in games is provide shields to those who need it. This is where Buddy Barrier comes in, giving our most desperate puppet, giving our most in-need ally a shield worth 25% of our max health in the heat of battle could change the tides of fate and lead us to victory. Now, clearly our build so far has worked towards uniting as much as possible, so of course we need the good old energy amp. We don't really care for the extra damage it provides after Unite, because damage is hardly our job here. What we want it for is the energy rate and cooldown increases, which help us in placing annoying AoE spells all over the place. As for our boost emblems, some would think that I would go navy blue, as that gives faster Unite moves. But it only has 3 at the moment maximum, and it's not worth losing space for a little itty bitty point of Unite charge. Instead, we go 6 green, 4 white, 5 black, and Mewtwo specifically. This provides some extra cooldown, giving us a full 6% at the start, a bit more HP to assist with our Buddy Barrier shield, and some special attack. There's not really better things to fill this build with that I think Delphox could use, as the defense stats are trash. And with all these things in check, we can finally begin to see just how effective we could be as a support fox. Of course, our goal is to limit our own potential, in hopes of bringing others up. A bit of success early will make our minions work hard around us willingly, as their KOs increase and they fail to realize who's actually pulling the strings of the stat page, failing to realize your greatness as a majestic being that holds the kills for their grubby, sin-ridden hands to take, licking right off of yours. So let's get into the games and see how this goes. Oh, I did grab my good friend Lance, in hopes of having someone as the same lane as me that understood my intentions. Alright, we're gonna play 3 games.
3?
3, yep.
Let's go.
I'm gonna be looking to support you in your antics. So after those games, as you can see, anything will work against Unite players. Do I recommend this build? No, not at all. In fact, this experiment swiftly reminded me why I gave up on experience share, even on normal supporters in the first place. Trying to be the lowest level on your team is useless, as there's always going to be someone either AFK, feeding, or somehow dealing less than 20k on a character that's broken. I'd replace it with Shellbell for extra cooldown and healing, but really I wouldn't try to support with this Fox too much. If you like this video, subscribe for more. If you want more gameplay based orientated videos, head over to my buddy Flash's channel, where most of our gameplay videos are.